Hello and welcome to a Broken Binding unboxing. This, my friends, is Five Broken Blades by Mai Corland, which is a novel that I had skipped originally. You know, I've been trying to cut back on blind buying, only buying titles I'm familiar with or sound super interesting, like I gotta have it, or it's authors, that I'm familiar with. And I'm not going to lie, I had not heard of Mai Corland. I had not really heard of this title. And I was like, it doesn't sound like it's going to be one that I need to have. And then the novel exploded on Book Talk. Like, this novel, it's rare to see a fantasy novel at that be on, front shelves in, non-bookstores. I'm going through, Target or Walmart, and Five Broken Blades is right there on, end caps, which is crazy. So, yeah, I originally sat this one out when I got my pre-sale notification, and it sold out immediately. And I'm like, well, that's that. But then, out of nowhere, the Broken Binding must have kind of held back on some stock. They listed more on their website. So I was like, well, you know what? This is a sign that now I got to buy it. If everyone's losing their damn minds over this book, then I got to check it out. So I did. I picked up a copy. So I think the trade editions out in the wild already have stenciled edges, but in a different color scheme. So that's not necessarily something new or fancy for this Broken Binding edition. But anyways, let the best liar win. So it's your typical fantasy assassination plots. There's the God King who needs to die. This is signed by Mai Corland right there. Fantastic. It's not numbered, but it's fine. It doesn't need to be numbered. And it's about 5 assassins, or 5 of just downright sickening people who are hired and given the quest to take out this God King. And it looks like it's told from multiple point of views, which, is always a fun thing. But I don't think this is necessarily a grimdark novel. My understanding, especially with being popular, is that it's got to be more accessible to your average reader, those who aren't necessarily fantasy readers. So while I don't think it's necessarily young adult, I imagine it's probably going to have some young adult tropes in the novel. Probably going to have some forced romance, because that just seems to be, a catch. If a fantasy novel is popular, then it's either a crossover hit, which happens, or more than likely it's porn. It happens. I have a family member who exclusively reads smut, fantasy smut. I don't know if this is fantasy smut, but I guess it could be. I'll read it and let you know. I haven't really read any of the reviews. It's just one of those things where everyone's talking about it, and I'm trying to avoid listening to what they're saying. But if it's got that much popular word of mouth, I gotta check it out, right? It's the chance arises to buy another Broken Binding title. I'm going to buy the Broken Binding title, even though I shouldn't be buying these blind buys. But you know what? I figured if this title is that popular, it'd be worth me doing an unboxing. It'll be worth me doing a book review once I have finished it. So I will check this out. Have you read this novel? What did you think? Let me know in the comments below. Please consider subscribing to the channel. I will do a book review for this title once I have read it, but there are plenty of other unboxing videos to hold you over in the meantime. So it's once again sold out on the Broken Binding, but I will put a link in the description below to their subscription site. You do not need to be a subscriber to buy the non-subscription titles. Like these exclusive titles, anyone can buy if they make it to public sale. And sometimes they, on their site, will upload additional copies, which are a free-for-all. If you see it, you can buy it, which is pretty cool. So, check around. Maybe they might list a couple more. You never know. So anyways, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you around next time.